Right, so I'm just going to do a little mailbag segment here. I've got a couple of things which I've had turn up. Now I think this is something I've been waiting for, which I'll be doing a video on as well, so I want to open them up now. So building up some stock of bits and pieces, so let's see how we go. Just some SMD 0603 10k resistors, I believe. Can I get close enough to see? Maybe. Looks like it. Yeah, I think so. So that's those. That's for my little project boards I've been working on. So I need to build up some more stock of the parts. This looks like it's either been reused or opened, interestingly. Anyway, probably reused. That's fine. Give it this. Yep, here's what I thought it is. What I thought it was supposed to be. Well, then let's get into it. So I decided that my Mac Pro is getting on a bit now. It's a 2008 Mac Pro, and I've done like SSD upgrade and that sort of thing, and it's got maxed out RAM, it's got 32 gigabytes of RAM in it, that kind of thing. And it's not that slow a computer. It's a dual core, well, dual processor, quad core, so it's 8 processors effectively. 8 cores. Anyway, I thought I'd have a look and consider upgrading the CPU to be a faster CPU, because it's 2.8 megahertz CPUs. And kids making a racket. It's these are upgrades, which I've forgotten what speed they were now. Hold on, let's have a look. These are 3.2. These are 3.2 gigahertz CPUs, so I believe these are the fastest that it can take. So I'm going to be doing the upgrade on these on the computer. So I'll probably do a video on that. So you need to camp out there to clean off the heatsink and stuff like that. New thermal compound which came with it. Who knows how good this is? Yeah, it came with it. It's probably good enough. They sell it as a kit, and this is a special tool you need to get down. Now it's basically just an Allen key, right? But you need quite a long, deep reach one to be able to get right down into where the bolts are. A standard one won't actually reach. So it looks like they've actually taken the ball off the end. Used to be a ball joint. Looks like they've cut the ball off the end and cleaned that up. So yeah, okay, that's alright. You know, it would have been nice to actually keep the ball on there, but that's alright. Maybe there's a reason for that. I need to give you a little spreader thing for the thermal compound. So cool. You know, so that's a nice little kit. So my next project here is to, well, I'm just encoding a video on the computer right now, just a short one, to see how long it takes. I'm timing it, and once that's finished, I will pull the computer apart, change out the CPU, put these ones in, and do exactly the same video again, re-encode it, and see if there's much of a speed difference. I might be wasting my time, it might be faster, I don't know. Going from 2.8 gigahertz to 3.2 gigahertz is probably not going to be that big a speed bump, but you know, this will be like the last upgrade I can really do to this computer to keep its life going a bit longer. I mean, it's what, 9 years old now. You know, it's like, you know, 50 in computer years or something, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so it's maybe 90 computer years. Depends what kind of computer it is. So yeah, I've got this kit. This was what was it? Oh, I've forgotten how much it was now. Hold on, it's a lot. Okay, with shipping, it cost me $203. I mean, I could have bought the CPUs cheaper, you know, from like ex-China or something like that, but you never quite know what you're getting. So I got this from the US. They're supposed to be tested. It's sold as a kit for my computer, stated for it. So because it came with this as well, so I didn't have to mess around trying to get a tool to do the job. I could have done it cheaper, sure, but I just want, no, I'm not going to piss around. I'm just going to get the kit, which says that these have been tested and they work and that sort of thing. And I could have got CPUs, I think about $50 each or $60 for a pair or something like that. I can't remember what exactly it was from China, right? But I didn't want to risk that because you never quite know. So obviously these need, you know, to take some electrostatic precautions because you don't want to blow the things up when you're trying to put them in. So I won't be doing a video of the installation, I don't think. No, I won't. It's going to be too tricky because I haven't really got much space here either, and it's a big computer. So I won't do a video of the computer upgrade. I did one before a while ago of doing the DVD drive, and I didn't really get much likes in the way of, you know, people weren't that interested in it. So I won't bother doing this one. Okay, so that's that for now. Catch you later. Right, so I'm going to do a little mailbag and let's see what we got. There's a fun knife. These have been sitting here for a few days now. Haven't really been get onto them. So, okay, capacitors. Shed load of capacitors. Right, what are these things? These are 104s. Which is a 100 NF or 0.1 UF. I want to see it. What's next? Some inductors. What are these? 470 microhenry inductors. Yeah, I wanted those for noise filtering and something. So quite a quick mailbag, that's right, I think. And these are 300 ohm chip resistors, so resistor arrays. There you go, 300 ohm. So these are for my new version of my EP4 board and stuff, so that's to go on those. See if we're having to put on individual resistors. I can use those little resistor arrays. And this, I believe, is something I've been waiting for about a month. I've already purchased them somewhere else by now. If it's what I think it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, too late. Not quick enough. I don't know. Took ages to get these. 47 NF, 440 volt X1 caps. So this is for that power supply for the. Which one was that? The HP 8647A. It's for that power supply, which I already repaired with a part from J car. These took so long to arrive. I mean, I did the repair 2 weeks ago. And, yeah, that's just too slow. Right, okay, that's it. Have a good one. I'll do some more later on. Right, a bit of a mailbag video, or a bit more of a mailbag video. Another addition. 3 more items turned up. Well, actually 4 more things have turned up. I'll show you everything in a minute. It's a bit big to fit on my desk, so I'm going to have to move the camera for that. That's something we're waiting for only a couple of weeks actually. It's been pretty quick. Right, what have we got in here? What was this thing? That was a adapter. I've even forgotten what this is now. Alright, so it's a header adapter. So you've got this clip here, which you can clip onto a small IC, much like, say, this one here on this memory chip. This is actually an EEPROM. I'm going to actually try and read this EEPROM. The idea is that they can clip on there like that, and then you've got standard dip header here, which you can plug into a PCB or whatever, or a prototyping board, and use that as a connection to read data off much more easily, tapping into it. I've also got this version here, which allows you to do much the same thing. This also got placements on here, also for individual IC, so you probably put the IC on there. It's got different package types on there. 2 packages there, 1 there. Interesting. Yeah, so that's what that's for. So I actually purchased this to read this EEPROM. This is from a Samsung printer, laser printer. This is for the drum unit, because they actually expire after a certain number of prints and you have to replace the drum. Well, yeah, I'm smarter than that. I purchased some new chips and put a new chip on the drum. The drum's still printing fine. Why throw it away? Throw it away when it stops printing fine. It makes more sense, doesn't it? But this is just to make you buy more consumables. The drums are quite expensive, as much as the printer was to start with, I think. So yeah, so it's got a new EEPROM on there. So my intention is to read that EEPROM and see if there's a way I can actually hack these things. We'll see. We'll get there one day. But that's what that's for. A little conversion adapter board thing. It's pretty cool. We might have had it for a little while. I'd actually forgotten about that. I don't know. It's probably about a month. Not too bad, I suppose, but yeah, a little bit slow. Okay. Next one. Right. Aha. Batteries. 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 And batteries. That's right. I've got some batteries. CR2032s. I seem to use a lot of these things for different things. Like these are used in my tyre pressure monitoring system on the motorhome, for example. And there's 8 of those. So, when I have to replace those, and they're all due for renewal. It's been around a year. They've been on there now, or 2 years, something like that. And they're all getting a bit. I've had to replace a few already, but I've got some more to do. And there's a Scales we've got which uses these batteries and some other stuff. So I thought, well, I'll stock up on these again. I'm getting a bit low on them. I've only got about 4 left, I think. So that's those. Okay. And these ones I purchased especially for an item I need to test. CR1220. This is one. I think I'm waiting for another size battery yet. Still one more left I'm waiting for. In an upcoming video I'm going to be doing a I don't know, a bit of an overview of a old calculator. I've got 3 of them. They aren't actually mine. They belong to my father-in-law. He's had them sitting around for years, and he wants to get rid of them. And but before I said I'll take care of it and list them and that sort of stuff for him. And they probably got a interesting market because they actually allow you to do programming on them. So I need to first test them to make sure they work. So I've got some batteries here. That's one. It takes 2 different sizes of batteries, so this is one of them. Okay, so that's those parts. Now I'm going to stop the video here, and then I'm going to reposition the camera and carry on with the next piece of the package. Okay, here's the next part. This big box here. This is why I couldn't do it on a desk, because it's basically bigger than my desk. This is a piece of test gear I purchased online only about 2 weeks ago. It's been pretty quick to get here, actually, from Israel. For some reason I had it in my head that it's from the US, but it's not, from Israel. Now, when I've purchased stuff from Israel in the past, I've had varying degrees of luck. Some things have been really good, some things have been appalling as far as the quality of the item purchased. Packaging's always been really good. Not from this salon, it's from other people as well, not just this one. So this item I'm hoping is going to work okay. It's a bit of an investment, and it's one of these things which you don't tend to use often, and I don't know if it's even going to work. It may or may not. It's packaged pretty well. Foam all around it. So it looks like they've actually done a reasonable job trying to protect it. Feels like the covers are moving around, which is always interesting. Extra bits there. Has a foreign plug on it and some other dodgy wiring. Oh no, you can see that. That's appalling. Yeah, I'll be changing it obviously. Right. So they've done a good attempt to try and keep it protected at least, which is always good. Now, here we go. It is a Fluke 343A DC voltage calibrator. Have I got a shot? Yeah, I do, kind of. Right, there we go. Condition, not 100% known. Sold as is, of course. And screw missing out there. Here's something floating around inside it. Wire for 230 volt, so I don't have to do anything there. But yeah, I don't know. I might have to open this up and yeah, stuff floating around inside. So I'm going to have to open this up as one of the first things I'll do before I power it up. And I'll be doing that in a bit of video by itself. So yeah. Yep, that's coming up soon. Right, so my mailbag segment. So I've got a few things here which I've been waiting for. 3 of these are from RS. So these are for the repair on the Fluke 343A. These will be capacitors and stuff in there, I expect. We'll find out exactly what's in there. Okay, these are 100 NF caps, 500 of them. So 0603 is pretty small. So building up stock of bits and pieces I use. Go away. What's in this one? Okay, so these are axial caps, which is what I need for the 343A, because they've got lots of actual caps in there. So they've got 100 UF, 63 volt. Yeah, okay. What's these ones? Can't read it. Can't read it. These are Vishay ones anyway. Can't read the numbering on there. Oh, there we go. 10 UF, 63 volt. So that's some of the ones I've been waiting for. So I've got a whole bunch of caps in there to replace because they're getting old, and I'm getting a few little quirky behaviours in a couple of areas, and I believe recapping it will fix it. So, you know, we still have a few things pretty old. Not quite sure the actual age actually, but it's pretty old. They were released in 1969 when they first released the first ones, so it could be that old. I doubt it's quite that old, but it's probably 70s at least. No one of these. So good they sent me 2. Yeah. Right. And some more actuals. So these are 63 volt 470 UF. 63 volt 47 UF, and 63 volt 220 UF. So that's good. So I'm do most of the capacitors now. I think I've got most of them already. That's pretty good. I'm still waiting for the big ones for the main power supply, the high voltage section. I don't think they'll be here yet. I think they have to come from overseas. Packing peanuts, I hate packing peanuts. Not really sure why it needs them anyway. Right. What's the point in that? Put the peanuts on the top and the box is sitting on the bottom. So if it gets hit on the bottom, it's still going to damage the box. Stupid. The whole concept of protecting the bottom of the box is lost on some people. Right. So we've got a big box. Now I purchased this for my rubidium standard. So it's 200 by 140 by 75, which is almost perfect. My rubidium standard is 200 long. I think it's about 195 or something long. 120 wide and about 30 high. So it gives a big air space on top of it as well, which gives me some room for controls and like power supply connections and stuff like if I need to, like on the back, or RF output on the front, or maybe if I can put a additional board on there as a video distribution, so I can have a multi connector output, so I can run to each device that way, things like that, and have it all in one box. So my rubidium currently is just bare; it's not inside the box. And I want to put it inside the box to do it nicely and protect it properly. Okay, let's see these ones. We have my radial caps, 0.22 UF, 50 volt. I was getting a little bit low on those, so I've got some more. And these are 0.47 UF, 50 volt. So again, I didn't need that many of those, just a little top up. Right, those are for stock, these are repairing the meter. So I think that's it for now. Get you later, have a good one. Right, I'm going to do a bit of a mailbag because some stuff here which I think I'm waiting for, and I want to get onto some other little jobs I've got to get done. So here's the first thing. It's quite late at night, it's like 20 past 12 like in the morning. Anyway, okay, so banana to BNC adapters. Hopefully the standard widths seem to be. Looks like it will fit. That's good. Yeah, sweet. So I wanted something like this the other day for something, and to do some conversions. Even stackable, like they got inline. You can't stack them like that though, but yeah. Yeah. So I wanted those for something the other day. Oh, you can stack them that way. If I can get them in. There we go. Yeah, I wanted some adapters the other day for converting. When I was trying to do some testing, I had to do like crocodile clips together and stuff, so I grabbed a few, and I've got a few different types coming. This is one of them. I'm going to get some of these for a while, but I never quite got around to it. KRS. What's in here? These are what? There we go. 4.7 UF 63 volt capacitors. I needed these for the Fluke 343A. there's some 5 UF capacitors in there. I didn't have anything suitable to replace with, so now I've got some of those. These are actuals, obviously. So that's one of the things I was waiting for. What's in this one? All that just for this. Okay, these are it's like 47 UF 100 volt caps. I needed those for something the other day. I didn't have quite high voltage. I had to put in something else. I had to substitute. I can't remember what it was now. Anyway, right, what's this? This is a SSD. Wow. Credit card surcharge, $13. Wow. Okay. It's not normal. Don't normally get that kind of thing happening. So it's probably because I complained about them having to verify the credit card, and they bloody made a point of it. Anyway, so it's a Samsung 850 Evo. 1 terabyte hard drive, well, SSD. Now the reason I purchased this is I've got a Crucial branded SSD right now. Installation guide and yeah, whatever. Okay, it's not hard to put a drive in. Anyway, so I've got a Crucial brand SSD right now, and it's I've had it for about 4 years now, I think, and it's a 480 gig, and it's full. Doing all the video stuff, it fills it up, and I do actually offload the videos onto another drive when I've done them, but I'm always running out. Well, it's like down to 20 gigabytes, and that's not much when you're doing video work. And I've had some issues with the system on my computer, sometimes getting a bit wacky and like crashing and just not booting up. So I've had to reinstall the system a couple of times in the past month, and that's not a good sign. So I think the drive is probably on its way out. The Crucial brand is not known as being a great one, but it was cheap. Well, the cheapest, which is why I bought it at the time. Anyway, so now I've got this Samsung one, which I've had good experience with in other computers. But it's a 1 terabyte, so it's fairly costly. But that should address my space issue. So this is the thing I've been waiting for. It's actually arrived a couple of days ago, but I've been wanting to do the video, and I've been busy with other things and other commitments and what have you, so it's been a bit of a pain. But anyway, so even though it's like 12:30 at night, I'm going to pull my computer apart, drop this in, and start transferring stuff over and get that going overnight, and hopefully be done in the morning. So yeah, that's probably enough of the mailbags for now. I've got a few collected together, lots of different ones, so I think that'll just do for now, and we'll call that it. So have a good one. Do the usual, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, share the videos, that sort of stuff. People like the mailbags. I mean, these are, these caps and stuff, these axials aren't very common these days. Even 3-hole's not even that common these days either, so some people might like seeing this old stuff. Anyway, right, catch you later, have a good one.